Do I need to connect her to... Oh, hi! Hello! We're technically challenged.
Live always gets us.
Welcome to yet another episode of Witches and Wine. This is the show where we talk about witchy stuff and we drink wine.
Clink and drink.
Clink and drink. Clink and drink, anyone?
Or occasionally kinky cocktails.
Kink and kink.
Woo, water!
Water!
Water bottle.
I got hair in my mouth. So, before we start our show, let's turn it.
There's our gnome.
There's our gnome in the back.
Yes.
Before we start our show, I'm going to turn it over to our wine connoisseur, Silentness Stardust. Tell us about the amazing wine we're drinking tonight.
We're highfalutin tonight.
Oh, yes, we are.
So tonight we are drinking our favorite box wine. We enjoy the box wine we drink our good bottles of wine,
Big sipper.
and then we want to continue drinking wine and not drink all of our good wine. We move to the big sipper Cabernet Sauvignon.
Sauvignon.
Sauvignon. This, if you didn't see it come from the box, you would assume it was from a bottle. It's actually a crafted wine. It's not all sweet and jammy. It's actually dark fruited, has nice little tobacco notes, blackberry notes, and a touch of cherry.
Can I just say my boobs look fantastic right now?
14 years I've been saying that, sweetie.
Congratulations, you joined the club.
Sorry, go ahead.
And when you can pick it up, 5-liter box, $13 to $15. So very affordable. That gives you like 35 glasses of wine. So very inexpensive, but very drinkable, very enjoyable. I'm going to go ahead and step out now because our studio audience is making me giggle. So I'm going to let our guests come on.
Your studio audience is making you giggle, not the person sitting to your right.
I'm used to that.
Thank you, honey. I love you.
Love you too.
All right. Scoot over. Get in here. Get in my box. Oh. Look at it.
There's a dog behind me.
I know.
Don't fart on it. That's normal.
She'd actually appreciate it more if you did. She's one of
No.
All right, so I'm
toxic wasteland.
super excited to have this amazing woman on. This is a man. Do you want me to call you that?
Oh, you can call me Celine.
Celine. And she has a great group in the community. I've had some to drink. Clink, clink, and drink. Clink and drink. Clink and drink. Everybody clink and drink. So,
I don't think you need any more. I'm just going to take that now.
no, it's all good. So, let's talk about you. So, why don't you tell us who you are?
So my name is, I go by Celine Blackstar, and I am the founder of the Spokane Magickal Moot.
Woohoo!
And I've been, what's Moot? What's Moot?
Well, that's what we're going to talk
We're going to
about.
talk about Moots.
The Spokane Magickal Moot. And can you first, for some people, because, okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm old. I didn't know what the fuck Moot meant. So, can you, and I had to look it up, and my kids had to explain it to me. This is how old I am. My kids had to, Michael's girlfriend was on. Okay.
Hi, Annie.
Bye, Annie. We love you. So, what is a moot?
So Moot is a term that just means kind of like a general meeting of people. Typically, it's associated with pagan or heathen groupings.
Yeah.
I had first heard of the term Moot because they have trough moots, big giant heathen get-togethers, and so I knew the term Moot was a gathering.
Yeah.
And I just like, oh, okay, cool, that's the thing. And then one day I saw Pagan Tama, and Megan Manson is her name, the person who runs Pagan Tama, and does this wonderful blog.
Sorry. Sometimes this happens, and I just X shit out.
Excellent.
There we go.
We're high class.
Hell yeah.
Highfalutin technology.
Hell yeah.
Clink and
Clink and
drink
drink.
for the highfalutin.
With our box line.
With
And
our box wine.
yes.
So yeah, I saw Pagan Tama. There was an article. I was researching Tanabata. This was actually a couple years ago, and I was really researching some stuff on her page. And she had a blog post about how much and how rewarding running her local moot was, or being part of her local moot. And I was like, moot? What is this? What is this? Is this a heathen thing? Is this a pagan and general thing? Because as far as I had known, she was a Shinto pagan kind of combination, Shinto pagan.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm very fascinated that was something that she was doing. So I researched it a little bit, and I looked at what she had written about how she set it up and how she organized the location and all this other stuff. And it reminded me a lot of, we're not monetized, so BDSM. When you are...
Did I just move? I didn't mean to move. I felt like I went move.
You can do
But
whatever you want.
I went ooh, but
Let the spirit move you.
the
Move
sound.
you. The
Move
sound move you. But,
BDSM.
BDSM. So in
sorry.
BDSM, what we have is, they're called munches. And you basically, when you have
That's
like
dirty.
well, you might have like your little group that you play with all the time, but
Yeah.
then if you want to meet new people, or you want to educate new people who are interested in that lifestyle,
Yes.
you have a munch, which is a safe, welcoming space in public where anybody is welcome to come if they have questions.
No pun intended.
The coming usually comes a little later, but
Generally not in public.
but
Well,
you
not
know,
in public.
everybody can attend and learn and grow as an individual.
Yeah.
They can then maybe form their own groups or play with other people that they meet there. And I thought, so I'm just basically going to apply this concept of a munch and put it with the word moot, which is the same concept.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it the word moot because what I wanted to do was create, it's a munch moot. I wanted to create a mooch. It's a mooch. I wanted to create a mooch. A safe, welcoming, open, public space
Yes.
where, like, I have people that I like to do ritual with,
Yes.
you know, regularly, but I want to meet more people. I want to grow, and I want to also provide that opportunity for the community. What I want is for people to be able to come together and meet each other through the moot and network. And then maybe I'll meet someone there that I'm like, hey, I really, really want you to come be part of some rituals that my group is involved in. Or, you know, or maybe some people there will be like, hey, I met this person at the moot and I really clicked, and maybe they'll join their own group.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll form a coven. Who knows? I don't know. But I know that when I was in the IEPG, which I don't know if you talked about that a little bit on.
It's come up in
a little bit.
A lot of our guests.
Snippets
of IEPG.
Yeah.
But real quick, that was a former
Empire
Pagan Guild. It was a group in our community here in Spokane, and it a lot of people helped out with it. It kind of closed down because of egos and whatnot, which is what happens.
Yeah, there were some.
But isn't the big influence is to not make the same mistakes that pagan groups have made before in the past.
Yeah, I would say that there gets to be some weird expectations. That it's. I've heard the term flexible coven and like open coven, open circle, things like that. And while I think that term kind of describes what we do with the moot a little bit, I think that when you try to have some kind of structure and you try to fit people into that paradigm that we were talking about earlier, when you're trying to fit people into a certain paradigm, it can, even though there was a lot of openness with the IPG as far as like the different kinds of things they explored, I think it kind of was fitting. It did what it needed to do while it was alive, I think.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What it did was it introduced me to the people that have also helped inspire me and support me in doing the moot.
Yeah.
It introduced me to Isleen. I actually met Lola at a camp. You don't remember? It was at a camp out for the
There was
IEPG.
camp out, and then I think it was a Yule. There were a
Yeah,
couple of
there were a
events.
couple of
few
events.
things. Yeah.
And so just it helped me introduce to a network. And so those are the aspects of IEPG that I really want to focus on. And the rest of it is just
A learning experience.
learning and bringing people together.
Yeah.
I just want people to not be alone.
Well,
You know,
and
if they have questions.
I
and
think
things.
that's important because there are so many solitary pagans that they really just want a place to go and connect. And we provide that in these groups, and that's because we want people to feel like, look, you can practice alone, but it doesn't mean you're like an outsider.
Yeah, you can practice alone, but it doesn't mean you're alone.
Yeah. And
Right.
You still
They
have a
practice-
support system.
A lot practice alone because they don't know where to reach out to.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. They don't know where to. But there's even the ones that reach out into community groups and they're like, oh, I've been looking for this. But then they have to adapt to working with other people because it is, I mean, I mean, we have several in here. I think Every Witch was originally solitary. You know, I think that Every Witch was solitary until they just found the people they wanted to hang out with.
Yeah.
I think
Does that make
I
sense?
think you get some that found, like, kind of stumbled upon a group working, but those are the exception, especially now.
I think
Yeah.
I think I fall into that because for me, I was a good little Catholic girl.
Yeah.
Still am. No.
Lies.
I
Lies.
lies, slander.
Lies.
But I
Sit on a throne of lies.
I do. It is comfortable. But and there's a dog. Wait, the dog ran away. Never mind.
Puppies ran away, kind of.
Puppy's sort of over here. But I didn't.
Let's call it for what it is. It's all my fault.
It's Hannah's fault.
Her wife.
Hannah sought out the
can scoot in
IEPG.
more.
Oh yeah, Hannah
Scoot
sought
there.
out the IEPG, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm a very
I didn't
very
wanna go by
supportive.
myself.
She didn't want to go by herself. I at the time was just feeling very like I'd been raised Catholic. I wasn't particularly drawn to anything Catholic wise. I liked the ritual aspect of Catholicism. I liked the format of
Yes.
Catholicism, and I liked the magical aspects of Catholicism. But I was like, well, since girls can't be priests, who cares?
Yeah.
And
Right.
and so then suddenly there's this whole world out there that has all those aspects that I liked and that I can incorporate in my own practices, and I can also be a priestess. So.
And girls get
And
leadership roles.
girls can do whatever they want. So I was
Absolutely.
like,
And that's what's so wonderful about what we practice is that there's a lot of female empowerment, and we need to really like take advantage of that because we need these roles in our life, and we are priestesses of this craft, and that is that's a great title. I mean, people throw titles
awesome.
around in here, but we're all practicing in however personal way we want to be priestesses of our craft. Whether you go along a traditional way to learn that, or whether you go on a solitary way. I keep saying solitaire, like the game.
I like it though. I'm like, yeah, are you a solitaire?
Solitary.
I love computer solitaire. And you notice that game never changes. It's the same like format.
Yeah.
It looks like from 1993 or 4. Like it's like, oh, it's still and
It's
it still
just
goes
a tiny, tiny bit better.
and it still goes when you do the cards. Yeah. That's my favorite part. Just saying. But priestess is a powerful word. So I think that's great that we can bring people in to discover that within themselves. But what I want to ask you is, what does the Moot do? Like, do you do workshops? You do classes? Tell us what you do.
Okay, so we meet on the second Sunday of every month. That's possibly going to change a little bit and adapt a little bit in our next year. This is our first year, so we're just kind of seeing how it does.
Yeah.
They're flying by the seat of their pants.
Yeah.
Flying by the seat of our
Pretty
pants,
much.
but we're
In a
doing
row.
really well. But so we've done like just kind of a Ultra Tools 101 class, or not class, a workshop. I'd say.
Workshop. Yeah.
We've done
Chakras.
chakras with Isleen.
Dream interpretation.
Yes, with this lady here, and then
Tanabata.
Tanabata. Tell us
Yeah.
about. Is this going to be a tradition?
So Tanabata is something I'm going to do every single year. It is not part of the traditional or the Moot meeting. So the Moot is once a month, all 12 months. But
Okay.
Tanabata is something on top of that. It's something extra that I do because I have just always been really interested in it as a Shinto holiday, and it was a lot of fun this year. And I was so incredibly moved and touched by the amazing energy of everyone who was there. It was amazing.
so fun. We went, and there was something about it. It was there. I just felt you guys represented that culture in a way that was accessible to people that may not be privy to that information or educated in that way. And I'm not insulting anyone. Just some people just don't know about that culture. And it was done in a way that was very easy to grasp and understand. And so, it was awesome. And even my boys, when they first got there, they were like, whatever. And they like moved their blanket way far away. And my 16-year-old like grabbed my Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to listen to music. And they were there. And then, but eventually like all the fun and the energy drew them in. And then they were like totally involved. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. Like, so the Tanabata, you've been doing it for how long?
So privately for probably 13 years.
Together.
Well, before we were in together, because my first wish was for somebody, and
Aww.
that was Hannah. So probably about 13 years.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Or maybe even 15 years. But yeah, I've been doing Tanabata to some degree in a private way for a long time. And then not this year, the year before, and the year before that, I had done it as part of like kind of a smaller group that I was part of. We did a group Tanabata out in the back of my friend's house. It was wonderful. It was really small. It was just a little group of us. We all put our wishes on the tree. It was wonderful. The wishes are still there.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
awesome.
kind of cool. And then the next year, I upped my game. And I had a little bit bigger, it was same location. We still did it in the back of that friend's house. We had probably like 15, 16 people come, just people that were just friends and people that I'd been doing rituals with, and so then I was like, okay, this was really fun, and we kind of took note of what games were received well. We had a lot of kids there, so we had some good feedback as far as that goes. I had written that script, and we performed that script that year. We sang the Tanabata song. We did a small wishing ceremony with that. And we did Kagame, which was a huge hit, which we couldn't do this year because you have to know the people you're playing with, otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But we had too many new people there. But But then this year we just upped it some more, and it was great. And I already have plans for next year.
Extreme Cliff Notes version, because I assume everyone who's watching us on YouTube has access to the interwebs. What's the Extreme Cliff Notes version of what Tanabata is?
It is a celebration for wish granting and a celebration of stars, because Tanabata is the time of the year 7/7 when the stars Altar and Vega
July 7th
are July 7th. It's when they are the brightest in the sky, and those represent the two lovers, Orihime and Hikaboshi. And during that time, they are able to meet each other. They've been kept separate because of Orihime's father's wishes. So, but that one night of the year, they're able to meet, and when they meet, they are able. The energy of their love is what helps our wishes be granted.
And she writes the script.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun, and it tells such a great story. Me and Isleen and Hannah
Hannah
and you. Oh no,
and Suki, our friend Suki.
And we were involved in the script this year. This was the first year I went. I was I loved it so much. I'm gonna make it a family tradition.
I hope so. We're doing a rave next year.
Oh!
we're doing rave style and
So
it'll
he's like, I'm gonna do the playlist.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're on it.
we're gonna do some of the traditional Japanese dances.
You know I can help you with
Oh,
that.
I know. I've got the hookup
You
over
know
here.
that I used to party with drag queens and ravers. I'm just saying.
We're gonna have a great time. I'm already looking at places to rent for it, and already making plans. And my mom's gonna help me get some sponsorship from local businesses for Japanese lifestyle, things like that. So it's gonna be big. And
So,
yeah.
what is your next event coming up with Spokane Magical Moot?
the next event, and this kind of going back for just a second on when you asked me what we do some ritualized things. We do some smaller rituals. We do some spiritual and religious practice in these moots, but typically what the moot is it's a chance for people to meet and network, and there's no pressure.
Yeah.
And you absolutely do not have to do anything at the moot if you don't want to. If you want to sit in the corner and just watch and say, that person's interesting, it's fine.
Yeah.
So the next moot that we have coming up this next Sunday, not 2 days from today, but
The week.
the
from-
week,
Yeah.
not Labor Day weekend. September 8th. Yeah, September 8th.
I'll give you a date. so
Thank
it's easier.
you. That will be easier. Yes, September 8th.
Sometime.
September
I've had some.
September 8th.
Sometime.
At 4:30 p.m.
At
the North Spokane Library, which is on it's 44 Hawthorne. If you can be there at 4:30, the reason we're doing it a little earlier than usual is because we have to set up teams because we're doing a trivia night.
And what's the trivia?
The trivia is mythical creatures.
She's been. So we're gonna put her
Unicorn.
Facebook. We're gonna put
Unicorn
their
is one of
Facebook.
the answers.
Yeah.
Actually, well, you'll have to see. Actually, if you want, I can ask you the first. It's a sample question, so
Sure.
this is a freebie for everybody. But just to the viewers and to you in the room.
Sure.
So on Marco Polo's travels, he reportedly saw a unicorn, but he thought, "Man, that is one ugly unicorn." What creature did he see and mistakenly consider a unicorn?
Rhinoceros.
A rhinoceros. That's what I was thinking.
She already knew.
But no, but that's what I thought. A rhino.
Yeah,
It was a rhino.
It was a rhinoceros.
Yes.
So these
Are
questions,
true unicorns.
they are. They're chubby, voluptuous, Reuben-esque unicorns. And they're almost mythical
Like
now
me.
because they're almost extinct. So sadly, they are adorable.
Sorry, I was doing my, like me,
We're
big
boobying,
unicorn.
yes.
We're boobying.
Do you realize that my dad's gonna watch this?
Hi, Dad-in-law.
Hello.
Hello.
My one boob says, "Hi, Dad," and the other one says, "Sorry."
My boobs say not sorry. No. Anyway, so the questions they range from pretty like, "Oh, I got this," to "Oh my
what?
God, what the
Yeah.
hell is she even talking about?" So really, really bring your A game. There are going to be prizes for the first place team and for the second place team.
Wait. Does my answer have to be spelled correctly?
Your answer does not have to be spelled correctly.
She's
I
not
just
letting
need
me do anything with it because she wants me to play.
I just need to know
Fine.
if I can glean from your chicken scratch misspelled word that you actually know the answer, then we're fine. I'm not going to be a hard ass, okay? And some of the questions
next time.
till next time, and then
Next time. Oh, that's wrong.
some of the questions have hints. I do have a video clue on one of them. I have a wild card section. I have one of them is multiple choice because I wanted to throw you guys a bone. It's hard though.
That's what she said.
That's what he said.
She said, "Bone."
She said I did.
Talk about December 2.
I do want to also say because we have we do Tanabata as a separate, it's not a moot, but it's a moot event.
Yes.
We do Tanabata, but we also are going to be doing, as a tradition, I want to do one more thing because I love world cultures and I just love celebrating them and bringing that aspect here. So December 5th is going to be Krampus caroling.
Ooh,
Krampus! Krampus carols!
Yeah.
We're going to get together. We're going to put on our, oh honey, she's practicing her Krampus carol.
That's Krampus.
Yeah,
Ziggy.
oh, baby.
Oh, there she goes.
Poor
Oh.
baby.
I already have my
do you try
horn.
and do live streams?
I do try to do live streams. I've had we did the chakras as a live stream, which was awesome. You could see my boobs the whole
We
time.
did the
And
longest one.
We did do the Llamas one
Yes.
as a live stream. We did do a ritual with that. I think it was really cool that we were able to kind of capture that energy and be able to share that with people who could not maybe otherwise be at the Moot. I actually have a cousin in Ohio who is checking in on us and is part of the Moot and just kind of remotely tunes in. And
Yeah.
I think that's really cool that we have that availability. I want to do live streams more and more.
Where can we find the live streams?
You can find the live
Facebook.
streams on Facebook at
Under Spokane Magickal Moot, right?
Spokane Magickal Moot.
This Liam's doing my job for me.
And
So,
and Magickal Moot, I do want to say Magickal Moot is spelled with the K. We're family friendly. Anyway, I've been all
even though
booby all
We're
tonight.
family friendly,
But
but
we are-
we're still pagan.
we're still
We're
fucking
still
pagan.
pagan.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are family friendly. We really don't mind if you bring your kids. We encourage it. Just do understand we're pagan still. So like even at the trivia night,
There might be some.
there's a few creatures that
and
I talk about seduction.
language, because earlier we were
Yeah.
talking about bleaching assholes, but that was a whole different conversation.
That's a different moot. Yeah.
but we might have a moot on bleaching assholes.
We might. Who knows? It could bring people together, or
Our
something.
break up friendships,
or ruin lives. We're here to explore possibilities.
Well, thank you so much. We try to keep it at 30 minutes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, because we have ADD people. ADD. I'm not slurring. I'm talking in cursive.
She's talking in
I'm
cursive.
talking in cursive.
And it's fucking elegant.
Fucking fabulous.
Elegant.
Fabulous.
Elegant.
Pelicans.
Elegance.
Pelicans.
Pelicans.
That's elegant pelicans. Wow.
It's a penguin with
Sorry.
a bill.
All right, so thank you so much. And if you guys, we're going to post all these links in our comments. And if anyone wants to be a guest or has any questions, like, why do you do what you do? Why do you drink so much wine, Lola? Why does
There's
everyone
no
think
answer
you
for
drink
that.
a lot of wine? And I'll be like, because wine is life and I
Because it's her
can't.
coffee.
In
Yeah.
Vino Veritas.
Yes. So if you want to ask these burning questions or be a guest on our show, email us at
CrossroadsCoven@gmail.com.
what was that?
CrossroadsCoven@gmail.com.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful evening and day. And until next time, remember, walk with the goddess and be kind to one another. Grab each other's titties. And until next time, blessed be. Bye, everybody.
I got mine.
Everyone, oh my God.
At least a week. I got a double D here. So I was like,